Okay, welcome back to the Bloomfield Gymnasium for the 53rd annual Bloomfield Christmas Tournament. This is game 4 of the second day, the last game of the losers bracket. Today's game that we'll be bringing to you is the 9th seeded Doniphan Dons versus the 16th seed East Carter Redbirds. My name is Terry McVeigh. With me is Amanda Reynolds, graduate of East Carter County and an administrative assistant at Three Rivers Community College. Also today we have on the camera Haley Stockton and Sam Gibson, our producer. Amanda, we got a 9th seed against the 16th seed. What do you expect out of today's game?
Well, everything has went as predicted in the first few rounds, but then the further along it goes, the closer the games get. So we'll be interested to see what comes out.
Yeah, Doniphan lost their first round game to the 8th-seeded Twin Rivers Royals, 74-50. East Carter, of course, is the 16th seed, played the number 1 seed Burning Mules and lost 88-18. Doniphan comes in with a record of 3-3. East Carter has not won a game this year. Their program's down a little bit, but what I understand, they got a JV program that's coming up, and hopefully they'll get the program back on track to where it used to be. East Carter's been down the last few years, but this is a program that's only 7 years away from or removed from being a state champion, and they've won 2 state championships in the last 13 years. So it's a program with a good history, and I think they'll be coming back and hopefully coming back strong. Our sponsors for today's game are Three Rivers Community College, Lincoln Lacey Motors, and New Wave Communications. The players we're going to be watching for today for East Carter, their leading scorer in the last game, the loss to Bernie,
was John Ziegler with 10 points.
John Ziegler had 10 points, and Stroman had 3. Derek Cook will be the point guard. He'll be handling the ball for the Doniphan Dons, who started out the game against Twin Rivers pretty well, but the Twin Rivers experience and depth just kind of wore them down towards the last part of the game. Doniphan was led in scoring in that game by Taylor Smith, their point guard, with 12 points. And Greg Davis, their fine forward, was 10 points. Davis is at least a 3-year starter for Doniphan. He was on their very good team 2 years ago when they played for the championship at this tournament. And if I recall right, he was their leading scorer in the championship game. Okay, we're getting ready for the announcement of the starting lineups. Doniphan will be in the gold. They'll be the visiting team. The officials tonight are Morley Johnson, Lee Jones, and well, it shows Morley Johnson, Lee Jones, and Jay Cookson. Looks like it's Keeley out there instead of Lee Jones. Doniphan's coached by Corey Russell. It's his first year as head coach at Doniphan. Dylan Duza, 6-foot sophomore. Hunter Smith, 5'10" sophomore. Greg Davis, 6'2" senior. Gavin Wilcox, 6'2" junior, and wound out the starting five with 6'1" freshman James Moore. Quite a few changes in the starting lineup for Doniphan from what they had in the last game.
For East Carter, we've got the starting line as Daniel Stroman, number 15. He's a 6'1" senior. John Ziegler, also a senior and 6'1". Josh Lewis is a junior, standing 5'10".
Dustin Nichols, a junior, rounds out the starting lineup. Doniphan will be going from the right to left on the screen. Again, we're on YHC TV. We're live on the net today and on the New Wave Communications Channel 21. Duza handles the ball out front. Doniphan's being deliberate. There's East Carter's packing it back. Drive to the hole by Greg Davis. His scores 2. Doniphan's going to pressure man-to-man all over the court. That's their style. And it will work well against East Carter's. East Carter's doesn't have a whole lot of depth. Lewis with the ball out front. East Carter's being deliberate. Spin move by Ziegler, goes in and out. Doniphan brings the ball up, not pushing it real hard. Swing out front. East Carter's in a man-to-man. Pass underneath. Davis can't handle it, but it's saved out front by Wilfong. And he dribbles it off. Turnover. Ball to East Carter. Scores 2-0 with 6 minutes and 39 seconds left in the first quarter in favor of Doniphan. Again, Doniphan putting on pressure full court. It's man-to-man pressure, but they'll try to trap you in the corners. Ziegler was able to get out of the pressure. Drives to the lane, nice penetration. And 2 points for Ziegler, ties it up. Nice rotation to grab, and it looks like it's going to be one. Basket's good by Moore. And one. The foul's going to be on number 20. Does Dwayne Barnes, his first, team's first. James Moore, the basket. I'll take that back. They called it on the floor. James Davis hits the 3 out front. I thought they had first signaled that basket good, although I thought it was on the floor. It was in the NBA. It had been a continuation. They would have gotten the bucket, but they haven't adopted that in high school yet. Stroman with the ball out front over to Ziegler. Drive by Josh Lewis. He'll go to the line for 2. He's fouled by Gavin Wilfong, his first, team's first. First free throw is off the back iron, no good. He'll get a second. Lewis is scoreless in the first game. And he misses both. Rebound down to Davis. Ball being brought up by Dylan Duza. Swings it out to Hunter Smith. Underneath to Moore. He gets it out to Duza. Again, Doniphan setting up, running their offense. They're going to be cutting people down the lane. East Carter's doing a good job of stopping the dribble penetration, which is on the offense that they're running. You have to do that. Good defensive play underneath by Dustin Nichols. Draws the foul on Wilfong. Had good position. Doniphan's doing a lot of swinging the ball or swinging the players around and cutting down the lane, trying to get the layups. Stroma gets the ball down the middle, all the way to the lane. Can't get the ball to go. It's Nichols. Nichols gets the rebound and shuffled his feet before the shot. 4 minutes and 55 seconds left in the first quarter. Doniphan with the 5-2 lead. Neither team is very hot from the field. Little zone pressure putting on by East Carter. Brian Patterson in the game now for Doniphan. Greg Davis with the rebound. Put it up, and he can't get it to go. Boozer back out with it up front. Doniphan's going to set up the offense. Underneath by a 6'5" freshman, Brian Patterson, with a good turnaround jump shot. 6'5" freshman with some pretty good moves, and that's going to work on East Carter, who doesn't have a whole lot of height. Drive down the middle by
Boyers, 32.
Dylan Nichols. He draws the foul. Hunter Smith. It's the first foul on Hunter Smith, third team foul. Stroman will inbound the ball to Nichols. Three's long. Taylor Smith's in the game for Doniphan. He drives the lane, and he will score it and go to the line. Foul's going to be on Josh Lewis, his first, team second. Taylor Smith's usually a starter for Doniphan. He did not start this game, came in about the 4-minute mark. And his free throw is good. He gets him 3 for the quarter. Doniphan increases their lead 10-2 with 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Taylor Smith's pressuring the ball out front. Looks like another foul on Doniphan. That's going to be Hunter Smith for his second foul. A little push. Doniphan has always played a very aggressive man-to-man defense. Of course, we all remember when the Wilson twins were at Doniphan, it looked like there were about 4 of them out there. There were only 2. It looked like there were 4 the way they swarmed. Nice little stop and pop by Dylan Nichols, a freshman. His first 2 points. Of course, you remember the Wilson twins. It seemed like they played for 7 years. I know it was only 4, but they seemed like they were in the high school for 7 years. Nice outlet pass to Dustin Nichols. Just can't get the layup to go. Taylor Smith on the other end, and he scores his 5th point. 12-4 Doniphan with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Ziegler brings the ball slowly up the court, drives the lane, and nice left-handed shot by John Ziegler. That's his 4th point. He got it past Taylor Smith, who's a good defender, and made a nice left-handed layup. Greg Davis, the ball out front. Another charging foul. Dustin Nichols again with good position. Draws the foul against James Moore, his first. East Carter's a little more aggressive in their defense that time. The other times before then, they were pretty content to be passive in their man-to-man, but they were pressing it out to mid-court on that possession.
We've seen that in their game against Bernie, too. Their defense was pretty strong. And I think their goal was to keep Bernie in the double digits, and they were able to do that.
Well, nice little turnaround. Again, John Ziegler with 6 points in the quarter. It's a 12-8 game. East Carter's, again, doing some pressure down to Patterson underneath. He gets the turnaround and gets the score again. Again, it's 6'5". When you get him the ball underneath, he has a pretty good advantage over the shorter East Carter defenders. Nichols with the ball out front. He's being pressured by Hutchins. Greg Davis leads the break down front. He's left-hander, but put it up nicely with his right hand. Looks like we got a timeout. Coach's timeout called by East Carter. Score 16-8, 1 minute 39 seconds left in the first quarter. Doniphan's leading.
chose Three Rivers Community College because it's a great place to start.
I'm taking the same freshman and sophomore classes as at a university, but at TRCC they cost a lot less and financial aid goes further. I love the individual attention. My teachers are great and classes are convenient. Learn more at www.trcc.edu or call 877-TRY-TRCC.
Start here, start now at Three Rivers Community College.
Learn more online at trcc.edu.
Okay, we're back with a minute 39 left in the first quarter. Score 16-8 in favor of Doniphan. East Carter's hanging in there. Nice little drive by Stromet. Just can't get left to go. Taylor Smith down to Hutchins, and Hutchins scores his first two of the game. They score 18-8. Powell is now in the game for East Carter. It'll be Colton Powell. Taylor Smith drives the lane, pulls up the left hand, and puts it in. He's come off the bench and in the last 3 minutes scored 7 points. Colton Powell with the ball out front. Doniphan's pressure gets it over the Hutchins. He drives, can't get it to go. Hutchins keeps it alive, and it's off of East Carter. 39 seconds left in the first quarter. Doniphan will be inbounding underneath their basket. Doniphan's got a size and a quickness advantage. Ball's in to Smith. Can't get it to go. Rebound by Hutchins. He kicks it out to Davis. East Carter's back in kind of a passive man-to-man now. Looks like Doniphan's going to go for one. .15 seconds left in the quarter. Smith being pressured by Powell. Greg Davis stops at the free throw line. Good defense by Lewis. Shot by Duza doesn't go. Intercept Duza. No time left. It won't count. So at the end of the first quarter, with the score 20-8, Doniphan leading East Carter County. We'll be back in a minute.
Okay, you're hooked up and ready to go.
New Wave knows you're excited about sports, so now's a great time to get connected with the Triple Play Package. Crystal clear TV, high-speed internet, and telephone for only $99.99 a month for 12 months. With New Wave Communications, you've got game.
Okay, we're back at the Bloomfield Christmas Tournament. We're in the game 12 of the tournament, game 4 today, last game of the losers bracket. Doniphan with the early 20-8 lead. Doniphan scored the last 8 points of the quarter. East Carter hung in there and it made it close, but then Doniphan kind of stretched out. Derek Cook will be down in the game for East Carter, and we have to correct a mistake. Number 32, we were calling as Dylan Nichols, which is what's in the scorebook, but that is actually, his last name is Boyer, and he's a freshman, and he's playing pretty well as a freshman. East Carter has a very young team. As I said, they have a JV team that's 5-1 this year and gives us some promise for the future. East Carter has the ball underneath their basket, be inbounded by Ziegler. Down the court has Boyer. Kicked off at Duza. It'll be back to East Carter underneath the basket. Ziegler triggers to Boyer. That's the Powell out front. Long, nice looking three shot by Ziegler. Doesn't go. Hutchins over Ziegler down court. Doesn't get it to go. Greg Davis with the rebound. And Mullins going to pull back and run their offense instead of, as we've seen lots of times in this tournament, the team getting a rebound, just immediately go back up. Doniphan wants to run some offense. Greg Davis through the lane, pops, can't get it to go. Pittman with the rebound, he can't get it to go. Taylor Smith drives the lane with the left-hander, and he gets it to go. Doniphan trying to trap half court. Ziegler with the drive, and he took one step too many. Made the spin and took an extra step. Patterson and Moore back in the game for Doniphan. Wayne Barnes back in for East Carter. East Carter's going to try a little man-to-man pressure. Looks like they're going to pressure full court, at least to slow down Doniphan. It's not a hard pressure. It's just enough to slow them down. Pass underneath. Nice tip away by Dwayne Barnes. A good steal picked up by Boyer. Boyer brings it down. Dribble penetrates. Kicks it back out to Powell. I'm kind of impressed, Amanda, with Boyer. I think he, as a freshman, he's shown some pretty good court sense. He knows what he's doing out there.
That looks good for us. The longer they play together, the
I
better
think
they
so.
get.
Greg Davis back in, replacing Pittman for Doniphan. Boyer with the ball, tries to penetrate.
Passes it back out
to
to Powell.
Again, East Carter trying to run their offense. Sent a lot of off-ball screens, trying to free up somebody for three-pointer by Boyer. Can't get it to go. Rebound underneath by Barnes. Out to Powell. Just can't get the ball to go. Got two freshmen out there, and they're acquitting themselves well. Patterson underneath, can't get that one to go. Rebound by Dustin Nichols. Turnover by East Carter. Gavin Wilhelm back in the game for Doniphan, replacing Patterson. Again, some token pressure by East Carter. Nice move to the bucket by Wilfong. Can't get it to go. Gets the rebound by Hutchinson. He'll shoot two. Foul's on Dwayne Barnes. His second. It's only team third foul. First one's good. 23-8. Stroman back in the game for East Carter, replacing Boyer.
Second shot's good as well.
So Hutchins now has 4 in the game. Cook was bringing the ball in. He stepped over the end line, which is a violation. Gives the ball back to Doniphan. They'll take it in underneath their own basket with James Moore as one to trigger. Out to Davis. Three-pointer is good. It's his second three of the game. And he has 10 points to lead all scorers. Fouls out front to Stroman. Three-pointer just off. Davis with another three-point attempt. Can't get it to go. Davis hustling hard. Gets the ball back in. Over to Wilfong, then to Moore. Jump ball, and the good defense by Stroman. Alternating possession gets it back to Doniphan. Hutchins with the 15-foot jumper, can't get it to go. Davis with the rebound and put back. He now has 12 in the game. He scores 29-8. Doniphan's outscored East Carter 9-0 in this quarter, and it's been about a 17-0 run, because at one time it was a 12-8 game. Stroman with 3, can't get it to go. Rebound to Davis. Doniphan not trying to rush the ball down the court. They're trying to get in their offense and run it. East Carter's a little more aggressive on the defense now, coming out to pressure the ball. Pass underneath, nice backdoor cut by James Moore, gets his first 2 points. 31-10 in favor of Doniphan. About 3 minutes, 30 seconds left in the half. Ziegler with the ball out front to Stromit. Doniphan always runs a good pressure man-to-man defense. Stromit being out front, being guarded by Hutchins. Get ready. Almost 5-second call. Nice block by Moore on a drive by Lewis. Now Doniphan's running up the court. Hunter Smith can't get it to go, but a rebound underneath by, it's like Gavin Wilfong. He gets his first 2 points, makes it 31-8 game, and he'll go to the line for 1. Fouls on Dwayne Barnes, his 3rd, team's 4th. East Carter hasn't liked second quarter so far. They didn't score yesterday against Bernie in the second quarter, and they haven't scored in this quarter yet. Still underneath by Taylor Smith, and foul by Stromit, his first. Taylor Smith will go to the line for 2. Doniphan 4 for 5 from the line so far.
Shot's good by Smith. Taking us up to 35-8 in favor of the Dons.
Boyer back in the game for East Carter. And Derek Pittman, 6-foot senior, in for Doniphan. Smith hits both. He now has 11 points. So Smith and Davis, as expected, are leading the scoring for Doniphan. Stromit with a good layup underneath. Good drive, good layup. Scores first 2 of the quarter for East Carter. So 2:30 left in the first half. It's 36-10 Doniphan. Again, Doniphan's running their offense. They're trying to run a lot of back doors. A lot of cuts off the ball. Smith feeds out to Davis. Can't get it to go. Rebound Moore. Puts it up over Stromit. Can't get it to go. Davis with the rebound. And he scores it. He's in 14. Steal by Moore. Drives for the layup, and it goes. James Moore now with 4. Makes the lead 40-10 in favor of Doniphan. Errant pass inbound, picked up by Moore, and it's backcourt violation. He had control of the ball in the front court, but his momentum carried it into the backcourt, and that created the violation. Turnover. East Carter inbound the ball in front of the scorer's table. Boyer with the 3. Looked like it was online, but just couldn't go. Foul's going to be underneath on Dustin Nichols, his first. It's a push in the back. When you push somebody in the back right in front of the official, they usually notice it, especially when you end up with the rebound. That's when you get the call. Dylan Dues out front with the ball. Again, Doniphan's going to try to run their offense. Swing pass, good defensive play by Powell to knock that ball loose. Then Doozy gets it underneath on a good entry pass by Taylor Smith, and he scores 2. Another steal by Moore. That's about 3 this quarter by Moore on the pressure defense. Errant pass run down by Davis. Doniphan's content to run their offense. They're not rushing anything. Moore with a drive down the lane. Pittman pull up, can't get it to go. Rebound to Ziegler. Ziegler with the 3. Short. Rebounds off of Pittman. And out of bounds goes to East Carter. Patterson back in the game for Doniphan, replacing Pittman. Patterson, 6'5" freshman. Inbound to Boyer underneath to Ziegler. Turn around, won't go. Rebounds to Patterson. Doniphan's pushing it up the court. Smith to Moore, and can't get it to go. That's the end of the first half with the score 42-10 in favor of the Doniphan Dons over the East Carter Redbirds. We'll be back in a minute.
Hey, I'm Kurt Hillis at Lincoln Lacey Chevrolet. We've got a full line of GMC, Chevrolet, and Buick products. I'll pass it over to my Ford man, Charlie Thacker.
GM's not your thing? Come check us out here at the Ford Dodge Jeep store. Check out my man Blake on the internet, LincolnLacey.com.
If you don't have time to come down to Malden, check us out on cars.com or autotrader.com, and if you need financing, I'm going to pass it to my man Robert Sanders.
And our ultimate goal here at Lincoln Lacey, no matter your situation, is to pass the savings on to you.
And, you only got 4 or 5, you got...
I chose Three Rivers Community College because it's a great place to start.
I'm taking the same freshman and sophomore classes as at a university, but at TRCC they cost a lot less and financial aid goes further. I love the individual attention. My teachers are great and classes are convenient. Learn more at www.trcc.edu or call 877-TRY-TRCC.
Start here, start now at Three Rivers Community College.
Learn more online at trcc.edu.
Sponsors.
Again, this game is being brought to you by Three Rivers, Lincoln Lacey and Malden, and New Wave Communications.
Okay, I'll give you the rundown of the stats of the first half. East Carter started out the game fairly well. One time it was a 12-8 game, and East Carter was handling the defense of Doniphan pretty well in the first quarter, but that kind of changed the second quarter. They only scored 2 points. John Ziegler scored 6 points to lead East Carter. All those were in the first quarter. Ethan Boyer Nice little freshman point guard who I'm very impressed with the way he handles himself and handles the ball on the court. Scored 2 points in the first quarter, and Daniel Stroman scored the only 2 points in the second quarter for East County. For Doniphan, as expected, Greg Davis is leading the scoring with 14 points. He has 2 threes and lots of points on the glass or off the glass. Taylor Smith didn't start the game, came in at about the 4-minute mark of the first quarter and scored 11 points. 4 points each for James Moore, Brian Patterson, and Derek Hutchins. 3 points for Gavin Wilfong on a 3-point play. And 2 points for Dylan Duza for the 42 points for Doniphan. What's your impressions of the first half, Amanda?
Well, it started out pretty good, and then I think the Redbirds are wearing down a bit.
Yeah, they just don't go very deep. They pulled up some guys for this game from the JV. They don't have a whole lot of experience, although I've been doing this tournament for the last 3 years, and Stromer and Ziegler, and those guys, we've called them names quite a bit the last 3 years. But East Carter's, they're rebuilding. They're going to be rebuilding. They've got some good freshmen in there. I'm impressed with some of the young guys they have. Doniphan, on the other hand, they are a young team. They're kind of in a rebuilding mode too after having so much success for so many years. They come in 3-3. And you can tell what they're trying to do in this game. They're not trying to do an up and down, unstructured game. They're coming down. They're getting into their offense. They're trying to run their offense because those are the things that are going to help them in the games in the future. Obviously, this game, the 32-point lead after one half, Doniphan has this game pretty well in hand, but coaches don't quit coaching. They don't quit teaching just because they've already pretty well have a game won. So I expect Doniphan to still come out, run their offense, get their guys some experience, and the coach will be coaching. It's a teaching opportunity for the coaches. Again, the same thing for East Carter. They didn't come out of their, they're down a lot, and lots of times when you see teams that are down 30 points, especially 30 points in the first half, they just completely get out of their game. They just start throwing any shot, anytime you're open is a good shot, that type of thing. But East Carter didn't do that. They're staying with their offense. They're learning their offense, and that'll help them out later in the season. We're going to take another commercial break here, and we'll be back for the start of the second half. You're watching the
Okay, you're hooked up and ready to go.
New Wave knows you're excited about sports, so now's a great time to get connected with the Triple Play Package. Crystal clear TV, high-speed internet, and telephone for only $99.99 a month for 12 months. With New Wave Communications, you've got game.
Hey, I'm Kurt Hillis at Lincoln Lacey Chevrolet. We've got a full line of GMC, Chevrolet, and Buick products. I'll pass it over to my Ford man, Charlie Thacker.
GM's not your thing? Come check us out here at the Ford Dodge Jeep store. Check out my man Blake on the internet, LincolnLacey.com.
If you don't have time to come down to Malden, check us out on Cars.com or AutoTrader.com, and if you need financing, I'm going to pass it to my man Robert Sanders.
And our ultimate goal here at Lincoln Lacey, no matter your situation, is to pass the savings on to you.
Go ahead and put us back on. Okay, we're back for the second half of the last game of the losers bracket here on day 2 of the Bloomfield Christmas Tournament. Doniphan's just now come out of the locker room to take the warm up. East Carter has not coming out of the locker room. They're coming out now. Again, as we talked about before, what we look for probably in the second half, hopefully both coaches will be using this as a teaching experience. And they'll stay in their offense and it won't get chippy. Now, we all know that in the fourth quarter of any game where there's a 30-point advantage to one team, there's a running clock. That starts only in the fourth quarter. I'm gonna do something here. We got about a minute and a half. I'm gonna have, for anybody who wants to email us, I'm gonna have a little trivia question about the Bloomfield tournament. There are several teams in this tournament that have won state championships before. There are 4 teams in the tournament that have won more than one state championship. And my trivia question, which we'll answer during the fourth quarter, is what are those 4 teams? I think one of them is pretty easy. The other 3 may not be quite so evident. So, Amanda, remind me to give the answer before the game's over.
Will do.
And it would be like a Major League Baseball game. If we could have the Aflac Duck walk out to give the trivia question and answer. I thought it was something I looked up the other day, and I thought it's kind of interesting who the 4 teams in this tournament are that have won multiple state championships. Some have been many years ago. Some have been pretty recently. East Carter's on. Both teams are now on the floor getting ready to start. Doniphan will get the ball first. I'll take it back. East Carter should have the ball first. Strobel will be taken out. East Carter will be going from right to left on the screen. Got a backcourt violation against East Carter.
Again, with young teams, it's easy to make those simple errors.
It is. East Carter staying in their man-to-man. Nice move to the baseline by Pittman. Rebound by Moore, can't get it to go. Greg Davis with the putback. And that's something we've been saying quite a bit, Greg Davis with the putback. That gives him 16 points in the game to lead all scorers. 5-second call underneath. Turnover gives it back to Doniphan. Doniphan that time switched their defense, went to a pressure all over the court and guarded the ball in, and East Carter couldn't get it in. Again, Doniphan setting up their offense. Both teams with the original starters on the court. Here underneath Greg Davis, he's being guarded by Nichols.
Ziegler picks up the rebound, takes it down the court.
Ziegler dribbling out front, trying to get the ball underneath, but that's just hard against this Doniphan defense. Good feed to Stromat. Nice little spin move, and he gets his 4th point. .6:30 left in the third quarter. Doniphan leads 44-12. Feed underneath the Wilfong, can't get it to go. He gets his rebound, can't get it to go. Rebound with Stromat, and East Carter comes down the court. Stromat with the ball, being guarded by Moore out by the half court. Needs some help, and he's not getting much. And a interception by Davis. Pass up front to Wilfong, can't get it to go. Davis comes over the back. He missed a shot. Went over the back. That'll be Davis's first foul, team's first foul. East Carter will inbound. Doniphan will pressure. Trying to deny the inbound pass. It looks like it's going to be another 5-second call. That's 2 5-second calls here in this quarter against East Carter. They haven't been able to get the ball inbounds. Powell comes into the game. He'll replace Ziegler. Doniphan inbounding underneath their basket. Out to Greg Davis for 3, and it's good. His third 3 of the game. He's 5 points in the quarter, 19 in the game. Ball off a Powell out of bounds. Doniphan pressures showing its effect on East Carter now, 47-12, a little under 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Patterson underneath, spins and turns and plays it in. Boyer, Ethan Boyer, drives to the basket and he's fouled. See if they call that a shooting foul or on the floor. They called it on the floor. The foul is against Gavin Wilcong, his third. It was not a shooting foul, so East Carter will inbound underneath their.
We've got an email coming in from Terry Bean Jr. He says he played at Bernie when he was in the 7th and 8th grade and thinks this is so great of a tournament that there's a lot of good teams. And he wishes good luck to Bernie and hopes they continue to play hard and play as a good team.
We're glad to get the emails. So keep sending them in, and if they're appropriate, we'll send them. Doniphan beating East Carter back down the court. I think East Carter's kind of gassed right now. The Doniphan pressure and the Doniphan depth are showing it, are tolling East Carter. Foul by Doniphan's Hunter Smith. That's the third team foul, his third foul. Derek Hutchins in the game for Doniphan, replacing Smith. East Carter inbounds over to Stromet. Then guarded out front by Brian Patterson. Ziegler into Stromet. Stromet guarded by Patterson underneath. Blocked by Patterson, but Stromet drove the foul. Got him on the arm. Patterson's first. Team fourth already in this quarter. Stromet will go to the line for two. Free throw does not go. Good looking shot. It's nice rotation, good pronation of the wrist. A little short on that one. East Carter's 0 for 4 from the free throw line in this game. Taylor Smith back in for Doniphan. He'll handle the point, drive the lane. Can't get it to go. Stroman. Ziegler for two, can't get it to go. Patterson over the back. It'll be his second foul, the team's fifth.
Got 4 minutes and 36 seconds left to go in the third quarter.
Derek Cook, the end of the game, gives Stroman a little breather. Powell, nice little move and jumper from the corner. Can't get it to go. And the foul going to be underneath on Boyer. Ethan Boyer with his first. The battle of freshmen underneath. One of them is about 5'8", the other is 6'5", and the 6'5" guy won that one. Taylor Smith being guarded out by another freshman, Powell. Powell scrapped for the ball and knocked it out of bounds. Good hustle on the part of Powell for East Carter. Moore back in the game for Doniphan, replacing Patterson. Doniphan inbounds from the side. Steal by Powell. Nice little fake, pump, can't get it to go. Tipped back up and good by Derek Cook. Powell showing a little energy off the bench, giving East Carter a lift. Davis with the ball out front. Feeds underneath to Hutchins, and he's fouled. Derek Hutchins will go to the line for two. Fouls on John Ziegler, his first, team's first. Hutchins is 2 for 2 from the line in this game, make it 3 for 3.
Nice shot.
Doniphan's been good from the line. 6 of 7, 7 of 8. nice shooter's roll. Gives Hutchins 6 for the game. For the ball, Powell, the Boyer, he's going to drive and get it stripped by Powell. And now they're going to call the foul on Boyer, trying to get trying to steal back from Powell. And trying to get a tie up. He got hold of his wrist. That'll be Ethan Boyer's second foul. Team's third in this quarter. James Moore bringing the ball up for Doniphan. Doniphan's going to run their offense. Flash out by Hutchins. They get underneath the Wilfong. Wilfong wasn't open. Nice defense by Dustin Nichols. Out front to Wilfong. Stop and pop by Derek Hutchins. Gives him 8 for the game. 55-14 in favor of Doniphan with 3 minutes and 10 seconds left. Boyer with the fadeaway, can't get it to go. Taylor Smith's going to take it all the way to the hole and score. His first 2 of the quarter, 13th of the game. 3 minutes left, it's 57-14 in favor of Doniphan. Boyer in the corner being guarded closely by Moore, and he draws the foul against Moore. And James Moore's second, team 6. Again, the way Powell and Boyer are playing, they're small. Of course, they're freshmen, but they're showing some court sense, and they're showing good ball handling skills and defensive skills. Ziegler gets to the lane, back out to Nichols. Boyer picks up his dribbles, going to be sounded by Pittman. Underneath the Powell, can't get it to go. Another tip by Cook, can't get it to go. Taylor Smith with the ball. He'll take it down the lane again. And another charge. That's the third charge drawn by Dustin Nichols. Coaches love to see anybody stand up there and take a charge. That's the third, that's at least 3 this game that Dustin Nichols has drawn. Taylor Smith go to the bench, be replaced by Patterson. Powell's bringing it down for East Carter. And East Carter still running their offense. They're down by 43. They're running their offense, trying to do what they need to do. Ziegler gets it blocked by Patterson. Hunter Smith, we got less than 2 minutes left in the game, 57-14. Drive by Wilfong, looks like he's going to be fouled by Nichols out front. That'll be his Nichols' second, team's 4th. 1 minute, 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Scores Doniphan Dons, 57. East Carter Redbirds, 14. Stroman back in the game for East Carter, replacing Derek Cook. Doniphan will inbound underneath their basket with Hunter Smith. Into Greg Davis for another 3. Can't get it to go. Patterson with rebound and the putback. Gives Patterson 8 in the game. Fouls on Stroman, his second, team's 5th. Patterson will go to the line for 1. Trying to make the old-fashioned three-point play. Again, he's just a freshman. Rattles in and out. Almost had enough arch on it to get it over the rim. It was a pretty straight ball. Stroman being guarded by Patterson. Tipped by Wilfong. Can't get it, gets it back in, but he stepped on the end line. Good hustle by Wilfong. East Carter will have it back. 1:23 left in the third quarter. 59-14 in favor of Doniphan. In the Boyer. He dribbles past half court, breaks the press. Again, he pulls it up, going to run the offense.
Passes off to Powell. Passes off to Stromat.
That's a nice move. Can't get it to go over Wilfong. Patterson with the rebound. Less than a minute to go, 59-14 in favor of Doniphan. Powell tried to flash out and make the interception and he disrupted Hunter Smith, caused the turnover. Josh Lewis back in the game. He was going to come in. He didn't want anybody to know who he was. He didn't take his warm-up off. Powell being hounded by Smith. Gets back over, and it's a backcourt violation. Boyer jumped back for the ball, and he hadn't landed. He jumped from front court to back court and hadn't landed by the time he caught the ball. That made a backcourt violation. Wilfong on the wing. Again, Doniphan's running this offense, which flashes a lot of people through the lane.
Nice steal by Ziegler.
Can't get it to go. Less than 20 seconds to go. Doniphan will probably go for the last shot, leading 59-14. 10 seconds. Davis to the free throw line. Pops to Wilfong. Can't get it to go. Rebound by Pittman for 2. And at the end of the third quarter, the score is Doniphan 61. East Carter 14. We'll be back in a minute.
I chose Three Rivers Community College because it's a great place to start.
I'm taking the same freshman and sophomore classes as at a university, but at TRCC they cost a lot less and financial aid goes further. I love the individual attention. My teachers are great and classes are convenient. Learn more at www.trcc.edu or call 877-TRY-TRCC.
Start here, start now at Three Rivers Community College.
Learn more online at trcc.edu.
Okay, we're back. We're getting ready for the fourth quarter of the losers bracket game between Doniphan and East Carter. Doniphan leads 61-14. We'll have the clock, the running clock this time. That means that anything the clock runs even when the ball's out of bounds or free throws being shot. The only time the clock stops is going to be for free throws. Let me give you some the scores from earlier games. In the first game of the morning, Van Buren defeated Malden 72-65. The winner of this game will go on to play Van Buren. Puxico defeated East Prairie 77.
Shot by Davis was good.
77-73. Puxico will play South Pim, who is the 92-51 winner over Greenville. Davis now has 21 points in the game. He'll go to the line. It's his first free throw. And it's good. That foul is on Stromat. His third, team 6. Boyer drives underneath, goes up against the 6'5 Patterson, and draws the foul. He'll go to the line for his first 2 free throw attempts of the day. He has 2 points. Patterson's third foul, team's 8. Ethan Boyer, freshman at the line. He makes
nice
the first.
Shot.
That nice looking shot, and it's first free throw made by East Carter.
Second is good as well. Bringing the score up to 64-16 in favor of the Dons.
Ethan Boyer has 4 in the game. And Doniphan still running their offense. Powell flash, tried to get the steal, didn't get to go. Hunter Smith with the drive, can't get it to go. Tips bad. Ziegler over the Nichols. Drives the lane, he's fouled. Like the foul's going to be on Gavin Wilfong, his 4th.
Lewis will take the
Josh
line.
Lewis. Yeah. Josh Lewis will go to the line for 2. Or no, I'll take it back, 1 and 1. That's the 19th foul. Lewis is 0 for 2 from the line. Makes the first. So he'll get the bonus. Duza back in the game for Doniphan. Someone rolls in and out. Pittman with the rebound, or Hutchins with the rebound. Taylor Smith to Hutchins. Taylor Smith with the 3, can't get it to go. Looks like it's going to be a foul on Moore, going over the back of Lewis. Now Lewis go back to the line. James Moore, his 3rd foul, will be shooting 2 this time. Okay, it's 4th quarter. Now remind me to give the trivia answer.
Trivia answer, that's right.
The 4 teams, the first one's kind of obvious. This is the trivia question was, what 4 teams that are in this tournament have won multiple state titles? The first one's pretty easy because they won one last year, Portageville, who has 5. But the other ones are Puxico, who won like in 1951 and 52 in the Class S. Van Buren has 2. They won in 1960 and I believe in 1992. And East Carter has 2, winning in 1997 and
03.
In 97 and 2003. So East Carter within the last, like I said, within the last 13 years, they've been state champions twice. The other teams in the tournament that have won state titles, not multiple, are Malden, Hayti, and Richland, I believe. Malden and Hayties were both in the 80s.
Been hearing good thing about the Rebels this year too. Heard that
Well,
they're
they
a
came
good
in as
team
a
to
4
watch.
seed. They did not have a good game against Malden. They won it by 8. I think the game where they're going to be playing Dexter today is going to be a very good game. 3 minutes and 12 seconds left in the 4th quarter. The clock's running. Score 64-18 in favor of Doniphan. Both teams still playing hard. Ball underneath to Barnes, can't get it to go. Powell's pressuring the ball like he has the whole time he's been. Anytime he's been in there, he's been playing good defense. Duza tries to split back out to Patterson. Gets it to roll in. Brian Patterson with his 10th point of the game. Nichols can't get it to go. Looks like it's going to be a foul on Hutchins.
Nichols will take the line.
He'll shoot 2. It's his first trip to the line. Foul's on Hutchins, his first. 2 minutes left in the game. 66-18 in favor of Doniphan. Nichols misses the first. He'll get a second. Derek Cook back in the game for East Carter. Derek Pittman back in for Doniphan. This is them both. Patterson with the rebound. 1:45 left in the game. Doniphan will just kind of walk it up. Moore bringing it down. East Carter still playing defense. Doniphan still running their offense. But feet underneath Taylor Smith. He is fouled when he tried to put it up. Looks like it's going to be on Powell. Powell's first. Team's 8th. Smith will shoot 2. First one's good. He's 4 for 4 from the line today. 1 minute left. 67-18 in favor of Doniphan. 68-18. Smith makes both. He now has 15 in the game. Powell gets the ball stolen by Duza. Or by Taylor Smith, excuse me. Powell to Boyer. Nice little crossover layup. Can't get it to go, and the foul's going to be off the rebound by Ethan Boyer, his third. 20 seconds left in the game. The clock's running.
It's looking like the consistency of the Redbirds between Saturday's game and today is going to be their final score.
Yeah. They have 20 less points. It's got to be, I know it's disheartening for those kids out there. But I don't give them a lot of credit. They never quit playing. They stayed in their offense. They didn't let it get, they didn't let it get chippy. And I think a lot of credit to the youngsters of East Carter. They played their game, and they just were up against better teams this year. But hopefully, in the future years, they have a lot to build on, and they'll be coming back, and their programs will be back hopefully to where it once was. Final score is 70-18 in favor of Doniphan over East Carter. We'll go to commercial break and be back in a minute for a wrap-up.
Okay, you're hooked up and ready to go.
New Wave knows you're excited about sports, so now's a great time to get connected with the Triple Play Package. Crystal clear TV, high-speed internet, and telephone for only $99.99 a month for 12 months. With New Wave Communications, you've got game.
Okay, we're back for a wrap-up of the last game between Doniphan and East Carter. The final score was, and I don't
70 to 18.
70 to 18. Thank you, Amanda. I'm glad somebody's paying attention because they've already wiped it off the floor. Amanda, what are your thoughts about the?
Well, when we first looked at the two teams, there was two great very obvious things you could see, the height difference and the speed. But I definitely think that East Carter's fundamental skills have improved since Saturday. They just played a little bit smarter, and there was a smaller difference between the final scores.
Well, and I was, and like I just said, I was impressed with the way East Carter kept themselves in their offense. They kept themselves in their defense. They kept, they kept trying to play the way the game's supposed to be played, and that's going to pay off for them in the future. They had several freshmen out there playing. Of course, they have some senior leadership too that they were playing and playing well, and I think they'll win some games sometime this year, and in the future, hopefully they'll get their program back to where it was just a short time ago. Again, we're only 7 years removed from a state champion for East Carter. Again, Doniphan.
Always fun to watch.
They're always fun to watch. They play a good precision offense, and their defense is always smothering type pressure defense, and they showed that. And again, something that Doniphan showed, which was impressive in a blowout game. Lots of times in blowout games, teams just they get sloppy. They start going street ball. Doniphan didn't do that. They stayed in their offense. The coach coached. The kids are learning, and that's going to pay off for Doniphan in the future. We'll give for the scoring in this game. East Carter was led by John Ziegler, who had 6 points in the first quarter and 6 points in the game, and 4 points for Ethan Boyer, who I was very impressed with as a freshman point guard. Daniel Stromet had 4. Derek Cook had 2. Josh Lewis had 2. Also, Powell didn't score, but I was very impressed by Powell off the bench too. Doniphan, to nobody's surprise, was led by Greg Davis with 22 points. Taylor Smith off the bench had 15. 10 by Brian Patterson, the nice 6'5" freshman. 8 points by Derek Hutchins. 4 by James Moore and 2 each by Dylan Duza and Derek Pittman. The final score is 70-18 in favor of Doniphan. My name's Terry McVeigh, and on behalf of Amanda Patterson, our cameraman Kelly Stockman, producer Sam Gibson, thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned in about 14 minutes, we'll have the first game of the winners bracket with the first seeded Bernie Mules playing the Twin Rivers Royals. That's always a good matchup. And stay tuned. Again, 13 minutes. We'll have it live on YHC TV. You've been watching the Bloomfield Christmas Tournament on YHC TV. Thank you.